Hi, it's Leslie Zemeckis, and Mondays are murder. During the pandemic, I started a weekly post here highlighting best-selling authors and their 3 writing tips. Well, I'm back. But this time, I have asked your favorite authors of thrillers, suspense, and mystery to give us their 3 tips on writing murder. First up is internationally best-selling author Hannah Mary McKinnon. Her latest, which publishes in May, you do not want to miss. Never Coming Home is written from the point of view of the murderer, and it is a page-turner. So here is Hannah with her murderous tips, and I'll see you back here every Monday with many more authors and how they get away with murder.
Hello, my name is Hannah Mary McKinnon, and I am the author of several suspense novels, including The Neighbours, Her Secret Son, Sister Dear, You Will Remember Me, and Never Coming Home, which publishes on May 24th, 2022. And I'm here today to give you 3 tips about writing thrillers. And some of these tips, of course, you can apply to any form of novel writing. So tip number 1 is to interview your characters. What did I say? Interview your characters? That's right. Sounds a little off or weird and strange, but actually it's really effective. And you can find character interview sheets easily on the web. The idea is to get to know your characters before you start telling their story and to differentiate them so that they don't all sound and look the same. So these interview sheets don't just contain things about the physical attributes, eye color, hair color, height and so forth, but also real personality questions. Things like, where did they grow up? What was their previous job? How much money do they have in their bank account? What kind of car do they drive? If they won $100,000 in the lottery, what would they do with it? So these are not things that will all end up in your novel, but that's not the point. The point is to make these characters as real as they can be to you so that they practically leap off the pages when the book is read. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, fairly obvious, but not always done, is to end each chapter on a mini cliffhanger. The idea behind this is to give your reader no reason to put the book down. You want to give them every reason to keep on reading. And if you have a little mini cliffhanger at the end, like, asking a question or a question that begs an answer on the next page, that is very, very effective. Something happens, somebody goes somewhere, somebody arrives somewhere, and then you turn the page to find out what happens next. You can increase the tension as well by making your chapters relatively short, maybe 2,000 words or so. So again, it gives the reader no excuse to put the book down because just another chapter, as the chapters are short, won't take very long to read. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 was something I picked up at a writing conference, and it really was enlightening for me. Somebody asked the question, what do you do when you're stuck? What do you do when you just don't know what happens? You're stuck on a scene, you're stuck on a chapter, you don't know what to write next. And the answer is skip ahead. That's right. If you know what happens, if you're stuck on a chapter or a scene, but you know what happens in the next chapter or the next scene or the one after that or 3 after that, or at the end, go and write the stuff you know. And trust yourself to come back later and backfill the parts that you missed out. Because nobody said that a book needs to be written in the order that it's read. I don't always write my books in the order they're read. In fact, I have been known to write the end first, which is perhaps, again, a little odd, but it works for me. So there you go, 3 tips for your thriller writing. I wish you a ton of success and lots of fun. Thank you.